Today, after decades of research, scientists have discovered a device that can't run Doom. This is CheckPoint.
Friends, patrons, and shareholders, welcome to the CheckPoint 2026 State of the Point presentation.
While stories about stupid NFT bullshit took a sharp decline last year, they have been more than replaced with stories about AI slop, people complaining about AI slop, and companies complaining about the people complaining about AI slop.
Game company CEOs releasing poorly written, borderline incoherent statements continues to be a growth industry, and we anticipate at least another 5 to 10 years of content from Sonic's 30th anniversary.
In short, the state of the point is good!
It's Pokemon's 30th anniversary, and to celebrate, the Pokemon Company is going to get you into a fist fight at Albertsons, as they've announced special 30th anniversary edition packs of the Pokemon trading card game. The packs will feature reprints of classic cards from the game's history, including that one Charizard, but I think it also might be cursed, and one of 30 foil Pikachus with new art, a random one in every pack. A man with wraparound shades and an F-150 will turn a Kroger into his personal Thunderdome if you try to stop him from buying out the whole machine. The collection will also feature the frontier of card rarity, as the Pokemon TCG introduces the new futuristic rare cards. Well, at least the newest echelon of rarity, which is now reserved for Prince of Mew and Mewtwo only. And the pick and save will run deep with the blood of parents and hobbyists, as the scalpers form a defensive perimeter. Seriously, Pokemon scalping has gotten so bad that earlier this week, the manager at a Target was recorded ripping into boxes of the card game to ruin their resale value, hoping that it would discourage purchase by people who do not themselves wish to keep or play with the cards. And not out of the goodness of his heart, but probably because he just wants grown men to stop fighting in his store. So this September 16th, maybe don't bring the kids, but definitely bring some popcorn and a lawn chair, but be sure to avoid the splash zone, because this Fred Meyer is about to become a bloodbath.
Crystal Dynamics and co-developer Flying Wild Hog premiered the trailer for Tomb Raider: Legacy of Atlantis this week. Legacy of Atlantis is the second remake of the original 1996 Tomb Raider, in which adventurer archaeologist Lara Croft seeks an artifact that explains how non-white people built pyramids. The new version presumably features Lara plundering that concept for something that will sell video games 30 years later. Tomb Raider fans were quick to notice that the game's Steam page features an AI disclosure reading, AI-assisted tools were used during development to support some early exploration and temporary development content. Any AI-assisted assets were either replaced or refined by humans in order to maintain the creative and artistic vision of the development team. This disclosure is similar to one from Crimson Desert, which resulted in AI-generated content shipping in the final game. Also, early exploration and temporary development content, it's a remake. It's the second remake. If you need placeholders, use assets from the first game. It would be charming and easily identifiable. Anyway, in response to an inquiry from Eurogamer, a Crystal Dynamics representative replied, "At Crystal Dynamics, we leverage AI tools to help our teams iterate on ideas faster and more efficiently, while ensuring that all finished content in the final product is human-crafted. Our goal is to empower the creativity and flexibility of our developers to deliver the highest quality experiences for players everywhere." One's first impulse might be to say that this was AI written, but this is a prime example of pure 100% homegrown, human-ranched bullshit. When Tomb Raider and Crystal Dynamics were ushered into a life raft from the debt-scuttled wreckage of Embracer, it was only natural that they took the cream of their public affairs team with them. Do you think saying nothing is easy? It's incredibly difficult to say nothing, because the act of speaking directs your human need to communicate against you. Much of public affairs is the act of building a slippery, seamless, and forgettable fairing around an uncomfortable something. But to do that, you have to use words, and words are made of something. All it takes is one carelessly placed morpheme in an interview, and instead of explaining to a placid stenographer, you are talking with a curious and engaged interrogator. It takes an enormous amount of training, discipline, and care to say nothing, and AI has been trained on everything, which is in many ways the opposite of nothing. Reading generative AI text causes a profound mammalian revulsion in most readers, whereas well-written nothing induces at most a calm, vacant nod, or maybe a yawn. Nothing is delicate, and frankly, I wouldn't trust AI with it, because it does nothing wrong. Which is all to say, Crystal Dynamics, we see and salute your bullshit. Get rid of it!
Rocket League, or something very close to it, has arrived in an exciting new medium, real life. Earlier this spring, Vegas Rocket Rally opened its gates to anyone brave enough to play car soccer, rich enough to part with a few $100s for the privilege, and patient enough to sit through mandatory safety training. The cars are modified Honda Civics with the glass and most of the interior furnishings removed, and the ball is 6 feet wide. Teams of 2 drivers compete to score as many goals as possible in 15 minutes, and the dusty arena is as close to the Vegas Strip as costs would permit, but a free shuttle is available both ways. Vegas Rocket Rally doesn't mention it anywhere on their website, but I assume all participants must also sign a lengthy waiver related to personal injury during gameplay. And there's no indication that the training includes a wave dash, double jump, or the musty flick. These maneuvers were likely too powerful during the beta and had to be nerfed into oblivion for the launch. This is the first time in North America that you can play soccer with a car and not get a ride home with the police, but in Europe, this opportunity has been around since 1933? I think that's even older than Rocket League, but it's hard to know for sure. So why don't you sound off in the comments if you're so unk that you can tell me which came first between the RLCS and the Weimar Republic.
The Neo Geo was the arcade console of the 90s, where you could bring the unbridled power of arcade gaming into your home for the paltry sum of all the allowance you would ever earn from your parents until you were at least 30. But the Neo Geo also hid a terrifying, shameful secret. It cannot run Doom. This is according to Modern Vintage Gamer, who recently published a YouTube video on the subject, and Ars Technica, who published an article that summed everything up because I didn't have time to watch the video. The Neo Geo's hardware specs on paper reveal a console with more than enough power to run Doom, but unfortunately, the hardware's implementation is only designed to access and display 2D sprite graphics without the flexibility to draw ad hoc pixels anywhere on the screen. A minor difference, but a fatal one for any device looking to depict a 3D environment. And we here at CheckPoint say, good. Too much of the world's attention has been focused on the siren call of Doom on all platforms at all costs. We have been lost in this headlong pursuit of retro computer dick-waving. Now, we can take a deep breath and lay down our keyboards. With this, we take our first fresh steps into a world unburdened by the need to try to port Doom to every bit of consumer electronics ever shaped by human hands. It cannot be done. It is a hard limit. It is impossible. And therefore, we are now free. Free to choose new pursuits. Free to explore space, both inner and outer. Free to reshape this one Earth into the utopia we know it can be. Of course, MVG also said that saying it's impossible will just make people come out of the woodwork to do it, so I guess it's back to the fucking drawing board, isn't it? Okay, so in retrospect, the state of the point is still good, but edging towards frustrating.
Don't say edging.
It's a perfectly normal word, and I am a perfectly normal person when I say it.
Mm-hmm. Sure you are. Coming up, Nintendo Music is now available to play natively through your car radio, and they've just added the Mario Kart World music, so you know what that means. Crank up the Animal Crossing 2 a.m. theme and sleep in your car at lunch.
You ever do that? Ever just sleep in your car at lunch?
I mean, yes, I have done that.
All right.
Not at this job, because I very rarely bring my car in. But I've had a little cheeky lunchtime nap before.
Sure.
It's good.
I rarely drove to work, and so I would sleep on the bus, but not at lunch.
No. Just go for a bus ride at lunch.
Actually, my dad, funny thing, he would take lunch, and he was like the VP of the college, and he would take lunch for an hour or so. He'd go down to the LRT, pay for a fare, and he'd ride the LRT all the way up and all the way back. and he'd just kind of like sit there and eat lunch, and then he'd fall asleep, and he'd just ride the LRT until he woke up, and then he'd get off at the right station and walk back to work and resume his workday. Which I kind of love, and it makes me wish we had trains in this town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice place to have a little snoozle.
Yeah, not bad. I can get on the tram and just kind of conk out for a bit.
I woke up at like ass AM.
Did you?
Yeah, well, because Graham was getting up early.
Oh.
And so I also went to bed at ass AM because he was going to bed late. So this lunchtime nap you're proposing is sounding better and better.
Yeah, no, agreed. Well, we should, okay, then, I propose we do that. Thanks to all of our patrons at Patreon. Patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. Oh, wait, it does it like that. And you can back the channel. You'll see your names here if you back LRR Video Games channel on YouTube, and the names of those people come after this. Go check out the store.loadingreadyrun.com, and that'll do it for Checkpoint today.
Can I say one more brag? If you're one of the people that maybe has hopefully found this channel because you saw Graham's face like a million times on Instagram or TikTok or something like that because you saw him complaining about Fortnite Overwatch thing every game, welcome to the show. Graham's not here this week.
Yeah. Get rid of it.